Tonight on News 5 Live, flood waters from western Belize have swamped the Belize River Valley, forcing residents of Rancho Dolores and Lemonal to seek shelter and higher ground. Meanwhile, a police raid at 00 ended with an American businessman and 2 associates being charged and remanded for drug trafficking. On a lighter note, the Honorable Shyne's biography has debuted at #1 on Hulu. And we'll share what the opposition leader has to say about the rave reviews. Plus, in tonight's episode of the 5-Point Breakdown, we'll dive into the issue of plastics and proper garbage disposal. These stories and more are coming up in just 60 seconds.
And I work at Lemonal. 100% I will recommend Belize Bank mobile banking to everyone because it saves time, money and gas price because gas price is high right now. Belize Bank mobile banking just make life easier.
Cooking just got easier with Kent Oils, your go-to choice for every dish. Available in 3 sizes and 3 great options: vegetable, corn, or canola oil. Perfect for frying, baking, sauteing, or grilling. Kent Oils deliver the quality you trust with a clean, natural flavor for all your cooking needs. Conveniently available at stores near you. Exclusively distributed by Unitex Company Limited.
This newscast is brought to you by the Belize Bank Limited. Our country, your bank.
Good evening and welcome to News 5 Live for Wednesday, November 20th. I am Sabrina Daly. Tonight, hundreds of residents in Belize River Valley are grappling with flood waters that have surged in from western Belize. In Rancho Dolores, a community of 250 villagers, everyone is hunkering down. The bridge leading into the village and a large stretch of the road are submerged. The river has been swollen for days, but it started rising rapidly overnight. Today, the Coast Guard had to step in to help residents receive basic necessities. During our visit, we saw flood water creeping dangerously close to several homes, with a few already underwater. How long will the villagers be stuck? It's anyone's guess. News 5's Paul Lopez visited the community today and filed this report.
Most days you can easily drive to Rancho Dolores village, but today the road and the bridge leading to this rural community are completely submerged underwater.
I live here over 50 years, right? And it come like this maybe out of about 4-5 different times, right? But for the past 10 years, before it come like this again.
Okay. So we're upon right now at the road, right?
Yeah, this is the road. This is the road, sir. This man right out there, the BDF truck, me stuck. Run, well, you know, stuck, he shut down in the water. And then next one come there, and I tell them they have to get on land for Harlem, but Harlem back way, it may hard, right? So we're really happy, and then just get on tractor and Harlem, you do what I said right now.
Coast Guard personnel were dispatched to help transport residents. Navigating from one side of the bridge to the village is no easy task. The boat captain carefully steered along the flooded road, getting as close to the bridge as possible before crossing the swollen river.
The call came to us about 1600 yesterday, so we had our crew, we got ready, and we deployed this morning from our base at 300 hours this morning. There was a lot of water. It wasn't the way that we heard it, because we were told that it was only small vehicles that cannot pass. And when we came, we noticed that we did need a vessel, so we called in and got a vessel to come to this location. We have a schedule that we're running from right now that is 4:30 in the morning, 5:30 and 6:30, and then we take a break in the afternoon, and then we come back at 4 o'clock, 5:15, and 6:40 in the evening.
These residents gathered by the riverside, eagerly waiting for the Bowen & Bowen truck to deliver cases of soda and beer. When they got the call that the truck was on the other side of the bridge, they quickly deployed a canoe from the village. The entire exchange felt like a throwback to the old days before there was a bridge in the area.
Actually, this water started coming down yesterday, and between a couple of hours from now, we look to take over the bridge, and we there just to wait if we really start drink and water. No? I want to be truthful. In 2020, we had the same amount of water, which in right now, we there had water for election 2020. And we wait at least 3 months before we could walk across this bridge. Yep. So whole Christmas we look for is right here. That's where Christmas right there coming. No access cross unless in the boat.
Christmas is weeks ahead, and it is the least of Martina Bilal's concern today. Floodwaters have crept into her backyard, threatening to invade her home. The site brought back memories of November 2020, when floodwaters rose several feet inside her house.
Well, every time I come to this, the same headache I have every time I can't do better shop or without.
Yeah, what makes it a headache for you?
Because then I put everything out of my house. Then I don't know part of my head right now. I watch the water from him coming way down so. And the water come right up yesterday, the most serious last night. I get up 12 o'clock last night, I check water. Get up 4 o'clock again and I never go to my bed. Same I start to pack, finish pack.
Chairlady Elsita Gillett says classes were cancelled for the day in the community. The school is now being used as a shelter for residents. At least one family has sought refuge here.
Right now we have several homes that the water hasn't reached inside the homes as yet, but the water is very, very close. We expect it to reach, once the water continues to rise, we expect it to reach inside people's homes, just like in 2020. We know every flood is different, but we're expecting the same conditions, if not worse. It's normally several feet down from the bridge. So for it to come this height, we know it's a lot of water.
And spread.
Yeah, and spreading, yeah.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
Downriver from Rancho Dolores in the quiet village of Lemonal, quite a few residents had to pack up and leave their homes due to rising waters. Most of them are spending the night in shelters, but a handful chose to stay put and brave the swelling river. News 5's Paul Lopez made his way to the village to get an up-close look at the unfolding flood situation. Here's his report.
In Lemonal, floodwaters from Tropical Storm Sarah have almost reached the levels seen back in November 2020. Many riverside residents are finding their roads completely underwater, making it impossible to reach their homes. Aerial views reveal several roads submerged. Because of this, a boat had to be sent up the river to ferry villagers to a shelter at the village entrance.
The house almost underwater. We get your fan about 9:30.
This morning? Yeah. At what point did you begin to see the water rise?
Well, the water started to rise from day before. Well, it may up already, but it come up more day before yesterday. Because we mark regular. And when I checked the last mark, 9 o'clock, they make about 1 foot and overs. And then this morning, he gone trouble.
But he don't go in the kitchen, no?
He don't in the kitchen? You see, they got home not too long.
Marjorie McFadden is talking to her husband, who is lying on the cold concrete steps of the shelter, deep in thought about having to leave his chickens and sheep behind. And then there is Harrison Doheny, who is also seeking shelter in the church. He explained that the road leading to his house is approximately 6 feet underwater.
What happens if you're going to leave skiff, you could reach the areas and see how it look, you know? Yeah. But I don't know how long this water was there for, but a lot of people get affected by the two sides, that side and this side. Okay. So we transfer some people right now for get rescued by the church. And then for the people come down, we got a boat where they run people for up. So my spot really bad, man, and I can't get no access, nothing. I can't do nothing for it. Nothing, everything for me underwater.
How high is the roadway By walking, can you walk it?
That about probably 5-6 feet, I'd say.
Yeah. So you can't walk it?
No, not so easy. You could, you know, if you're used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like me, I could walk it because I used to it.
There's no use trying to reach any of the homes where the roads are flooded. The memories of November 2020 still haunt the residents, leaving them fearful of being trapped if they stay inside. Despite this, Albert Banner and his sister have chosen to remain in their home, even as the floodwaters creep up from the river, nearly reaching their porch. They've taken to using a canoe to navigate to and from their elevated wooden house.
This water came down like 4 days ago, you know, but it's the first time I witnessed it like that, you know, because I live in the States a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this where you live or a relative?
Yeah, I stay at here right now.
I gather that usually you could walk out.
Nah.
No, usually you could walk out. Like,
yeah,
but
yeah.
Normally you could walk out.
In the dry season time you walk out. Well, I gotta use my canoe. Yeah, to help my sister and thing, you know.
Now, how concerning is it to you all that the water continues to rise?
Well, I was asking her if he ever come this height before, you know, and she said, yeah, he come here like 5 years ago or something like that. Yeah.
And higher? Any higher? Is it
Higher?
Yeah.
He tell me go in the house like 1.5 feet.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what's you all plan? What will you do for the rest of the day?
Well, we just monitor it, you know, and if I gotta move her away, I go move her to a higher ground.
During our visit, residents were informed that aid was on its way for those in the shelter. It's the risk of living on the riverside.
Yes, but then it's sweet on the riverside.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
On Monday afternoon, law enforcement officers swooped down on an establishment on Western Avenue for a joint operation. The business 00 is owned by 47-year-old Joshua Ashburn. During the raid, 20-year-old Keenan O'Connor and 30-year-old Mario Fernandez, both from Belize City, were also present. A thorough search turned up drugs and firearms, including a bucket of cannabis found in a Dodge Ram pickup. They also found 3 large transparent bags of cannabis and a 9mm Glock pistol. In the bedroom, officers discovered several international passports. Ashburn, O'Connor and Fernandez were taken to the Raccoon police station and charged with various offenses. Earlier this morning, the businessman was brought to court alone but was taken back to the police station for further questioning. It wasn't until 2 p.m. that the trio was escorted back to the Belize City Magistrates Court to face 4 criminal charges. They appeared before a senior magistrate where Joshua Moses Ashburn and attempted to plead guilty to possession of the 2 separate amounts of weed found at the property, but not guilty to possession with intent to supply. His plea for the lesser charge was rejected, and all 3 men were remanded to the Belize Central Prison until January 20th, 2025. Tonight, 2 Jamaican nationals who arrived in Belize between October 24th and 26th remain in custody. Their attorney has filed for a judicial review of their detention. The 2 men, 37-year-old Devon Duran Dean and 24-year-old Cairo Fisher, faced criminal charges this morning after attempting to enter Belize through the Philip Gosen International Airport in Ladyville. Denied entry, they somehow ended up with criminal charges while detained. Dean and Fisher were arraigned on separate charges in different courtrooms, but were both represented by attorney Norman Rodriguez. Dean was charged with aggravated assault for allegedly attacking an immigration officer with a wooden chair while detained at the Global Village Hotel and for escaping lawful custody. Initially, Dean pleaded not guilty to aggravated assault, but guilty to escape. The magistrate indicated a fine between $600 and $1,000 for the escape charge. The aggravated assault charge was later dropped after Rodriguez argued that Dean was charged under a non-existent section of the act. Dean was fined $800 for escaping, which he had to pay immediately. Fisher faced a single charge of harm for allegedly injuring a security guard at the Global International Hotel. He pleaded guilty and was fined $300. Despite their guilty pleas, their troubles are far from over. Dean, Fisher, and a third Jamaican, John Brown, remain in custody. During our interview with Dean, he was once again detained by police.
They hand me over to the police, and when they hand me over to the police, they say they don't in charge of me anymore.
You are detained.
So with my lawyer, at the moment,
I don't want to fight the police. I don't want to.
So further on in the morning now, I feel threatened. I feel like I kidnapped. So I go out in the front and look and I saw the officers that were sleeping. So I told myself I'm not going down the step because I don't know if the trigger up would probably see me going and probably shoot me. So I go through the window, jump on the window, through the window on my feet. When I jump down on my feet, I kind of feel hungry, so I go across the road, try to process something to eat, because the night before I didn't get anything to eat. So on the way, purchasing it and walking, going down the road, I saw a white car jump out with a gun in my face, don't move, put me back in the vehicle, carry me back, go inside to the hotel. When I in the hotel, and told them that, they asked me where I was going. I told them that I went to purchase something. So this police officer came in on time now and said, who is it? And then one of the immigration officers pointed on me. Then he stepped in my foot. When he stepped in my foot, I said, you broke my foot, And no one didn't want to assist me. When I told him that I feel in pain, I have to crawl and mumble on the ground, bawling, living tears of high water before someone assists me to carry me by the hospital. When they came back to the hospital and came back from the hospital, they get a prescription to fill out with the medication. And up to now, they didn't fill out the prescription with the medication. The only person gave me a medication to take was an immigration officer, the name of Johnson.
Coming up, will Joe and Fonso return to First Thing in the Morning?
Travelers is pleased to announce the launch in Belize of its most recent innovative and environmentally sustainable Belizean Blue Silver. This silver rum is packaged in a 94% recycled paperboard bottle, which is lined with a food-grade biodegradable pouch. It is 5 times lighter than glass, and its carbon footprint is 84% lower than that of glass. The liquid is made from 100% column distilled rum crafted from fair trade certified molasses. This silver rum has subtle notes of vanilla and coconut, allowing the rum a versatility to be used as a perfect base for creative cocktails. Belizean Blue Silver is an authentic Belizean product that demonstrates the commitment to quality, to the sustainability of the environment, and fairness to the community. Belizean Blue Silver is available at the Travelers Museum, Travelers San Pedro, and Galleon Duty Free at the airport.
Hi, I'm Ava.
And I'm Aiden. We're your AI guides to all things NHI.
In this video, we will guide you on how to become an NHI member. You, and if you have a child, must have a Social Security card. To get an SSB card is easy. Visit socialsecurity.org.bz/card-replacement to view the required documents that are needed.
There is a fee of only $5 Belize dollars for a first-time issue and $26 Belize dollars for a replacement card. Newborns can use their mother's SSB card for up to 2 months.
With your SSB card, you and all family members can register at any NHI contracted clinic of your choice.
You and members of your family can now access health care when needed.
Please note that once you are registered with a clinic, you must go to that same clinic when you need medical care. Look out for more NHI guides like this.
Well, sir, I really did go through some stress with my barber. This man here, they push my hairline way back to the 90s.
Sure.
People, they call me BB Buck for it now.
So I got a problem, right? I just do this photo shoot, and I want the best photo shoot. But somebody don't want me to post it up. I just tired of this, man.
And I want to tell her to catch me on my way. I stopped at the shop and tell the lady I want $5 tacos. You could imagine when they give me? No. Paper.
What the your problem?
Honestly, life good for me over here. I just upgraded to the Digi1 Elite. I have unlimited postpaid plans, Digi TV, free home phone, and the fastest home internet.
I going to upgrade mines now.
Belize, get ready. In your kitchen, Belize Edition is bringing you simple, healthy, delicious meals made just for you. Join Chef Ainsley and our team of nutritionists as they show you how to turn local favorites into nutritious, tasty dishes. Plus, discover the amazing health benefits of everyday foods right from your kitchen. Catch the premiere on Channel 5 on November 18th at 7:30 p.m. And tune in every Monday after for healthier cooking that's easy and fun. Brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Wellness with support from Taiwan ICDF, making healthy cooking a Belizean tradition.
The Honorable Shyne, a documentary about the life and times of opposition leader Shyne Barrow, premiered on Hulu on Monday to rave reviews from viewers both locally and internationally. For several weeks, Barrow was in the United States making media rounds to promote the new release. The biographical documentary debuted at #1 on the streaming platform. This morning, Barrow sat down with reporters to talk about this latest achievement.
It's the #1 film show on Hulu worldwide, so I'm extremely grateful for that. Thank you to everyone out there that has supported the Honorable Shyne documentary to make it #1. I'm so extremely grateful for the reception that we've gotten so far, especially in Belize. There are a lot of people that did not know the Shyne story, and because I'm a political figure, the PUP has done an effective job. I think that's the only thing I could say they've done an effective job at in their tenure in this administration. But even before that, a narrative has been crafted about Shyne Barrow that, as you can see in the documentary, for those of you that have seen it, whether hearing from my father himself, hearing from my mother, that I did not grow up with even a bronze spoon in my mouth and come from a single parent household, and everything that I have, I had to endure great suffering and sacrifice to get there. But from a political opponent's standpoint, that's not a story that they would want to tell, right? So I'm delighted that people have gotten to see the complete journey, whether you support me politically or not. I think this is a Belizean success story, a global success story, and so I'm happy that people at least get to see who I am.
Barrow's biography is both a cautionary tale and a rags to riches story, highlighting his journey of overcoming life's challenges. But does it change the minds of his many critics back home in Belize? That's what we asked him earlier. Here's his response.
Do you feel vindicated now that your story is out there, for any naysayers who would have written you off as a just scum or a fake or whatever descriptions of criticism they'll have against you?
I'm very grateful, as I said, to share in the story with Belizeans in particular. I'm happy that the world has drawn to the story because, as I said, it's a human story, a human race. But in particular, when it comes to Belize, I mentioned to, maybe it was the Daily Show or one of those interviews that I did, that I have been working to be where I'm at for the last 46 years. In particular, for the last 26 years. I feel the underdog has been vindicated, not necessarily Shyne Barrow, but this story, this documentary, the success of the documentary, the fact that a multi-billion-dollar, $100 billion corporation like Disney is behind this, it says to all of the underdogs in Belizean society and society at large, you know, that you are somebody, you do belong, and it doesn't matter what the naysayers say, it doesn't matter what the detractors say. Keep going, keep fighting, keep sacrificing, keep believing, and your time will come.
So, what is your relationship at this point with Juliet Timbrell? If you look at the documentary, she spoke glowingly about you there, and as of now, it seems that you guys are at loggerheads.
I'm not at loggerheads with Juliet, you know. I will always appreciate Juliet Timbrell. You know, she was a friend and a sister at one point, and I'm not arguing with her. Whatever issues may be there, you'd have to ask her, you know, how she feels. But I only have love and good things in my heart when it comes to her.
Shyne Barrow and his leadership team returned to the UDP headquarters on November 8th after a favorable High Court ruling. They also regained control of the party's media outlets, including Wave Radio and The Guardian newspaper. But what happened to talk show hosts Joe Bradley and Alfonso Noble? The duo, who had been on air since 2008, were swiftly removed last week when Barrow reclaimed the headquarters. Their removal came after they made scathing remarks about opposition leader Barrow on Wave's Faustin Namani.
You're back at the UDP headquarters after that legal outcome. What is the present status quo, and share with us what some of the decisions have been in terms of the organs of the UDP, primarily the Guardian newspaper and Wave Radio.
Well, the status quo ante has been established by Justice Honora, which is that everything returns to the way it was until he makes a decision in the case, and that's overall everything, the Guardian, the Wave, everything, even our UDP letterhead, which I see is still being, you know, unauthorizedly used by the Alliance.
But there have been significant personnel changes in terms of the way the organs are now being run.
It has been, to be clear, we're looking at the Joe Alfonso situation, because I'm here to bring the party together. I'm here to heal and here to reconcile, as long as people accept the status quo, accept who the leader is, who the leadership executive, the duly elected leadership executive is. So we're looking at how we can work with Joe Alfonso. So you hear that here first. So there has not been a termination letter sent, it was definitely something that was contemplated based on the outburst that Fonzo had and different things that they did, but we're looking to see how we can incorporate them into the new structures of the Guardian and Wave.
Does the early success of Shyne Barrow's biography help boost momentum for his faction of the UDP? While the documentary doesn't delve into the party's internal conflicts, Barrow is confident that his team of 31 candidates is working hard to win over voters by Election Day 2025.
I do believe the team that I have has to keep doing the work. I believe they have the potential to deliver their seats, and certainly this can only help. This can only help this type of positivity, this type of disclosure as to many of the political myths, the political misconceptions. I think this removes many hurdles that we may have had because of the stigma, because of the dishonesty, just the exaggerations and distortions when it came to who Shyne is, what is his motive, the why he there. I believe that politics is local, and all of my standard bearers need to do their jobs, need to engage their people, need to build those relationships, and relationships built on trust and confidence cannot be easily penetrated. So I have a great level of confidence that my standard bearers have been working judiciously, and that whatever they are doing will have no impact.
After the break, diving into the issue of plastics and proper garbage disposal. But first, here's the latest weather update from the Belize Met Service.
Forward-thinking farmer ready to adopt climate-smart practices? The future of farming is resilient, sustainable, and profitable, and we are here to help you achieve just that. Whether cultivating half an acre or 200 acres, DFC offers affordable financing options and a matching grant up to $12,000 for Window 1 and up to $60,000 for Window 2 to help make your farm climate-smart, withstand unpredictable weather patterns, and adopt practices that enhance productivity and efficiency. This program is ideal for farmers and cooperatives. Women farmers are highly encouraged to take advantage. Join us in creating a resilient and sustainable agricultural future for Belize. Apply now and take the next step towards a stronger, greener tomorrow.
Lain ikaba Elmer Show, ay join jik ahelak sa Ekopal Tree Lodge, at keronik ahelan ay lain sa Ekopal, kakui bartending kakui an keronik mano lain. Lain ni usara Belize Bank mobile app, hanak na usara uta ana ATM, uting card, araw kay balbas chan keron sa usara ut kolore na notification chira phone na mensahas, araw ta kin kolore, ta kala harup chitumin sa usara, ut araw ta naw nak sa chabilo wang gatumin.
Are you looking for a career where success has vast potential? As an agent with RFNG Life Insurance, you'll be a part of a dynamic team that values ambition and hard work. Our agents enjoy numerous benefits, including flexible working hours, high earning potential, and thorough training programs. Why is becoming an agent important? Because you get to shape your future. You will help clients achieve their dreams, and in doing so, you'll achieve yours. Starting on your first day, you'll receive thorough training and continuous professional development. Our cutting-edge tools and resources will equip you to excel in the field. Achieving your goals as an agent is simple with our well-defined roadmap to success. We provide mentorship, performance incentive, and a vibrant community to help you stay motivated and on track. Our support network is second to none. You'll have access to experienced mentors, a collaborative team environment, and recognition programs that help you celebrate your milestones and achievements. Contact us today and become a part of something extraordinary. RFNG Life Insurance. Your future, our commitment.
The Statistical Institute of Belize, in collaboration with UNICEF, informs the public that it will conduct the Multiple Indicator Cluster Survey starting August 26th for approximately 14 weeks. During the survey, trained interviewers will visit randomly selected households nationwide. Each field worker will wear a mint green t-shirt with the Mix 7 logo and an official photo identification card. We thank you for your participation. For more information on the Multiple Indicator Cluster Survey, call us at 822-2207. The Statistical Institute of Belize, providing Belize with quality, objective, and timely information.
I'm connected. Yo.
I'm connected.
We're connected. Create the perfect broadband bundle that fits your style with Smart Connect. With the Junior Bundle, get 50% off your national calls and up to 6 gigabytes of data at no extra cost. Get postpaid added on for an additional cost of only $25 with the Prime Bundle. Stay connected with unlimited smart-to-smart calls plus 6,300 megabytes of data and free international minutes. For the family, get the Binge Watchers bundle with Netflix add-on for only $28.13 more. This bundle gives you 4 profiles with unlimited streaming on multiple devices. Visit a showroom near you to sign up and personalize your own bundle combination with Smart Connect. Smart, bringing people together.
Whether you're at home, on the road, at work, or at school, if you see news happening or suspect that something might be up, call or text the Channel 5 News Belize tip line at 672-5555. You don't have to give us your name, just give us the tip. That's 672-5555. Call or text us so we can check it out.
Are you looking for low-cost television advertising? Have we got a deal for you? Advertise on Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds is one of the most effective methods for introducing yourself and your business to the community. Use our Daily Classifieds to recruit employees, promote specials, promote your products or services, promote a business opportunity, increase traffic to your website, and advertise items you have for sale. Let us help you to save valuable time and money. Call us today at 280-0013 or visit us at our offices on Coney Drive to discuss how we can help your business grow affordably. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Advertise today.
You've probably walked past a pile of garbage and cringed at the sight and smell. It's not just an eyesore. It attracts pests and rodents that can spread diseases. A lot of the trash in Belize is made up of recyclable materials like plastics. Plastic bags, for example, take 10 to 20 years to break down, lingering in the environment. Studies show that plastics and microplastics have infiltrated all levels of the ocean's food chain and are also clogging our drainage and waterways in Belize. Plastics can bind with harmful chemicals known as persistent organic pollutants, which pose a threat to the reproductive systems, growth, and health of animals that consume contaminated food. Plastic bottles can take hundreds of years to decompose. In this edition of our 5-Point Breakdown, News 5 explores the issue of plastic waste and how recycling efforts can help mitigate its environmental impact. Here's Marian Ali with that report.
Plastics, they're absolutely everywhere.
Whether you're at home, in the office, or shopping at the supermarket, you can't escape them. They're probably the most common items you'll find in any building, unless there's a ban in place and alternatives are being used. While many countries see plastics as a necessary evil, there are ways we can cut down on the plastic waste we generate. Dr. Arlene Rogers, an assistant professor in marine biology at the University of Belize, suggests two key strategies, one proactive and the other reactive.
If we educate people, people will know, people will become more aware on how to recycle. But if we don't have the right legislation in place, for example, a requirement where we have to separate our garbage into recyclables and garbage that cannot be recycled, then it's going to be easier for people that collect recycling products at the landfill, or sorry, not at the landfill, at the transfer stations. And they will have less exposure to chemicals and other dangerous materials when garbage is all in one bag.
One company in Belize wants to make a difference with the plastic garbage that we produce. Businessman Freddie Oriana is hoping to seek funding to be able to expand his Belize Recycling Company Limited at Mile 8 on the George Price Highway to be able to convert the plastic garbage into building materials such as plastic wood.
Mostly is the wood because you can make it different sizes and for different purposes too. You can build garbage bins, you can build chairs, like picnic tables and things like that.
Oriana shared that his company used to buy plastic waste to export to Guatemala, where it would be transformed into useful items. However, with the drop in purchasing prices, he had to hit pause on that part of the business. Despite this, he is still happy to accept plastic donations, storing them with the hope that his recycling dream will soon come to life. His goal? To produce plastic wood as a sustainable building material.
If people want to bring it and donate it here, we process it and we file it and bale it and keep it. We visited various businesses in other countries and they have extruding machines that have different molds, and we can use all the plastics to make this that we call plastic wood. You can add different colors, you can make different shapes, you can even build houses with it.
Oriana mentioned that plastic wood is actually tougher for bullets to penetrate compared to regular lumber.
We had here a robbery at night, and then somebody came with a gun and shot at the security guard, and then it went through the wood, but it wouldn't go through this. So this basically saved the person's life.
We are gearing towards being that loophole between the private sector and government, that crossroads of building recycling opportunities in Belize. And when we mean recycling, we mean doing recycling in Belize and selling recyclables out of Belize.
Luis Garcia, the president of the newly formed Belize Recyclers and Waste Management Association, leads a group of over 20 passionate individuals and businesses united by a single mission: cutting down on plastic waste. They are currently exploring ways for Belize to make some cash by exporting plastic waste.
We have an interest from Taiwan of buying all the plastic bags from the banana industries, and we're looking at tons of plastics there. So there is an interest there. There's also an interest on the PET plastic, which is what is used for soft drinks. So we do have a lot of interests that are already on the table, but we still need to put everything together and to make sure that we meet the volumes that make it sustainable.
Dr. Rogers believes that if Belize had laws requiring us to separate our garbage, it would make everyone responsible for not just reducing, but also organizing the waste we create, much of which is plastic.
when we put our garbage in the drum, like in the cities and the towns, everything is in one. In other countries, their regulation, their laws require people to separate their garbage. They separate organic waste, they separate plastic waste, they separate cans, they separate bottles. Everything is separated. So when the collection truck comes, it's separated. If we were to have that in Belize, the people that are at the transfer station, the people that, the recyclers, they would be less exposed to, many chemicals that come with the garbage.
Dr. Rogers thinks Belize needs to tighten up its laws for businesses that handle plastic containers. It's time to get serious about regulating plastic use.
What needs to be done is to ensure that those companies that market themselves as producer of biodegradable products, that they are really complying, that they are indeed making biodegradable products. Secondly, Belize also needs to extend the enforcement of the Returnable Containers Act, because the Returnable Containers Act looks at glass and other beverage containers, and beverage containers are not only made of glass, they're made of plastic, they're made of cans or metal. So if we want to minimize plastic, then the enforcement needs to be done on other companies and other distributors that are importing beverages or beverage containers that are producing plastic.
Under current laws, anyone caught importing restricted plastic products faces a hefty fine. They could be fined at least $1,000 or 3 times the value of the imported goods, but the penalty won't exceed $20,000. Reporting for News 5, I'm Marian Ali.
When we return, Tropic Air expanded its caravan fleet with a brand new aircraft.
In Belize, diversity is our strength. From the vibrant streets of Corozal to the serene beauty of Punta Gorda, and from the charming town of Benque to the breathtaking views of Half Moon Cay. We are a tapestry of cultures, traditions, and perspectives. But amidst our differences, there's one thing that unites us all, that defines the essence of Belizean identity. Our love for this land and sea we call home. Our Belize Barrier Reef is more than just a natural wonder. It's the lifeblood of our nation, the foundation of our culture, and the backbone of our economy. Every lobster caught, every conch harvested, every tourist enchanted, every investor satisfied, every proud homeowner, and every taxpayer. They all depend on the health and vitality of our marine environment.
I may be out on the water every day, but I know that my livelihood is tied to the health of the reef. We all depend on it.
As a tour guide, I get to share the beauty of a reef with visitors from around the world. But I want future generations of Belizeans to experience it too.
Fresh seafood is the heart of Belizean cuisine. I want to continue creating delicious dishes that celebrate our local flavors, sustainably sourced from our waters.
In Belize, we may come from different backgrounds, but we all share the same dream, a thriving marine environment capable of sustaining us all. Together, let's work toward that future, a future where we all thrive.
It's an massive season with massive deals and rewards at Penny's. From now through December 31st, earn double B-Bucks on store-wide purchasing every Saturday. That's right, 2 times the B-Bucks, which means 2 times the cash back when shopping at Penny's. Plus, get even more rewards with B-Bucks Builders on home goods, tiles, appliances, paints, and lights. And don't forget, there's also massive deals and discounts on tiles and the best brands in paints like Benjamin Moore and BH. Rewards, deals, B-Bucks. You can get it all this massive season only at Penny's. Quality and savings.
Take control with My Social Security, your secure online account to manage all your Social Security information. To create a My Social Security account, you must be 14 years or older and have a valid email address. Visit the My Social Security self-service portal at ssbportal.org.bz. Click on Create Account. Enter your date of birth and phone number. Next, verify your email address to continue. To verify, simply enter your email address and click the Send Verification button. Enter the verification code sent to your email inbox to proceed. Next, create a password that meets the requirements. Enter the name and select a reason for your account. Then click Create. Your My Social Security account was successfully created. Your information security is our priority. If you have a Social Security number, click Link My SSN to link your Social Security number to your account and activate using the steps in your confirmation email. If you do not have a Social Security number, click Register with SSB. You are now ready to truly experience Social Security at your fingertips.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you've been waiting for. In this corner, we have the masters of limitless power and unbeatable connections. Pioneers of 4G LTE in Belize. It's the undefeated champion, Smart. And in the other corner, struggling to keep up, it's the other guy. Fight! Tired of getting blow after blow from a plan with the other guys? It's time to tap out and join the winning postpaid plan provider. Smart's postpaid plans are a total knockout to the competition, and they have once again powered up their postpaid plans. Sign up for one of Smart's boosted postpaid power plans today and experience the victory of superior service. Smart, bringing people together.
For years, Belizeans have casually remarked that the country's fisherfolk were overfishing lobster. These opinions often stem from witnessing the mass sales of undersized lobsters. Now, the Belize Federation of Fishers, BFF, a nonprofit organization, has released data from the Belize Fisheries Project in 2024, confirming these concerns. The evidence shows that public sentiment is indeed accurate. Supporting the BFF's finding, their partner, Sea Around Us, has presented compelling evidence to the government, indicating that Belize's lobster stocks are at risk due to irresponsible fishing practices and a lack of strict enforcement by authorities. The BFF has even warned that without stringent measures, such as significantly reducing the number of fishing licenses, Belize's lobster stocks could be depleted within 3 years. Here's News 5's Marian Ali with part 1 of a 3-part report on the state of Belize's lobster stocks.
Fishers are police.
On a random day, personnel from the Belize Fisheries Department, accompanied by the GI3 unit of the Belize Police Department, scoured the waters offshore the mainland to conduct searches and raids. They are looking for persons engaged in illegal fishing, and because the lobster season is open, particularly undersized lobster. The open lobster season means that some fishermen will wantonly extract legal as well as undersized lobster. On this Sunday in August 2024, the patrol visited 2 fishing camps within a 10-mile distance from Belize City and stopped the only fishing vessel it came across that afternoon.
Everybody got license? Well, how much a pound of lobster more or less total on have everything? Estimated in terms of weight, pounds.
Like 350.
The patrols are led by the Fisheries Department's Conservation Compliance Unit Supervisor, Hampton Gamboa, who is responsible for enforcing fisheries regulations and compliance in the blue spaces across Belize. The patrols have become a major part of an improved enforcement system, he said, partly because of the research findings that non-government organizations like the Belize Federation of Fishers and the Sea Around Us have presented to the government. Dr. Daniel Pauly is a professor, marine biologist, and lead researcher for the Sea Around Us.
The point is to maintain the fishing effort, the number of fishers, and the number of gear, the number of boats or whatever, at a certain level. That's called managing the stock. And the stock in Belize are not managed or are not managed right. So what is happening now is that the lobster population is down and cannot generate the catch that it generated before. And the only way you can overcome that problem is fishing less for a while. If you fish less for a while, the stock can recover.
If serious measures are not taken to reverse and or to essentially stop the status quo of allowing an open access fishery to continue, then we are looking at 2 to 3 years before the industry crashes. There has to be a cap on the amount of licenses.
Dwight Neal is a marine biologist who worked for 20 years with the Belize Fisheries Department before departing the government service to work in the NGO community in protected areas management. He has a completely different position on the state of Belize's lobster stocks, but he believes there needs to be proper management of our lobster stocks.
I don't necessarily want to project that kind of gloom and doom picture. I don't think it's as bad as that, but it definitely needs management and it needs urgent attention. What it requires is a combination of policy, management decisions, and enforcement.
The Belize Federation of Fishers is headed by George Maivitt, also a former fisheries officer with the Belize Fisheries Department. He says the Federation relies on scientific research information provided by the Fisheries Project to form its position. The only viable way forward, he says, is for Belize to stick to its international commitments.
We are looking at the commitment that Belize has made to regional conservation efforts. And one of those measures is to discontinue the harvesting of the 4-ounce tails. And this is so because the smaller size classes, the 4-ounce tails, the 4-ounce lobsters, have not had a chance to reproduce.
Hampton Gamboa says the Fisheries Department has become more vigilant and has been enforcing the laws.
Every tail that they have in their possession, lobster tail, whether it's lobster tail, it has to exceed the 4 ounces. And if it's whole lobsters, then it has to exceed 3 inches in carapace length. So those are primarily what we look for as enforcement officers to ensure that the fishermen are in compliance with our laws and regulation.
Maivitt suggested that a 2-year moratorium be implemented to give the lobster stock time to replenish itself.
In part 2 of this story, we'll hear from 2 fishermen who agree that there is overfishing of this valuable marine product. Tropic Air has just expanded its caravan fleet with a brand new aircraft. This week, the airline unveiled its 15 caravan, promising a consistent passenger experience no matter when or where you fly with them. Tropic's owner and CEO Max Grief shared with News 5 that as Belize's largest airline, they take great pride in their service, even flying to less profitable destinations. Max took over the company from his father, John Grief III, and his business partner, Steve Schult. Now he's implementing upgrades to ensure Tropic Air remains top-notch for the next 30 years. Here's News 5's Marian Ali with the report.
This brand new V3 HJA single-engine caravan is now the latest aircraft in Belize. Tropic Air introduced this new addition to its fleet this week. Max Grief, the owner of Tropic Air, says this acquisition is part of a broader effort to make flying more reliable and enjoyable for passengers.
Our focus really for the past 2 years has been growth, focusing on our core, what do we do well, and making sure that we do more of it. And so we made the decision last year to become an all-caravan fleet. Every time you fly Tropic, it's on a Grand Caravan with air conditioning, with IFR rating, which is instrument flight rating, which allows our pilots to fly through weather. It allows us to anticipate difficult weather anomalies that could pop up. And at the end of the day, our value differentiator from our competitor is providing a premium experience. And we're the only airline in the country and really in the region that offers an all IFR rated fleet, all caravan fleet, and all of our aircraft have air conditioning.
Grief purchased the company from his father, John Grief III, and his business partner, Steve Schulte, 2 years ago when COVID crippled the country's economy and had a devastating effect on Tropic Air. Moving forward, Grief said that in the post-pandemic era, there is great potential for growth.
There was a big jump after COVID, but we believe that there's sustained level of growth for us to maintain. And really, we saw the need for a 15th caravan. A lot of it comes from the fact that we have a very supportive government. All the work that's been done by the Ministry of Tourism, as well as the Prime Minister's, the Minister of Civil Aviation, we see that we have a government that's very supportive of growth and also ensuring that Belizean companies are protected. And so to the extent that that environment remains, we're going to continue to acquire new aircraft. We're expanding our Corzal terminal. We're looking to break ground in Placencia. We have several aircraft that we expect to bring online next year.
To keep their service top-notch across the country, Grief mentioned that Tropic Air even flies to less profitable areas. He highlighted how much the airline industry depends on tourism. In today's world, where security is crucial for travel safety, Grief emphasized that Tropic Air prioritizes this aspect as well.
We have 4 dedicated employees that are just for safety. We have an SMS program, a safety management system program, that is solely dedicated on ensuring that we provide the safest possible operations. That recognizes our security apparatus, and it's this healthy balance of ensuring that we provide the best possible experience, the best possible service, while maintaining a sense of safety and security. And we take the approach that the security level has to be commensurate with the threat. We have a zero tolerance policy of whether it's through our cargo system or whether it's through any packages that are being carried by a passenger. And also, we regularly have police inspections of our aircraft.
Reporting for News 5, I'm Marian Ali.
Up next, neighborhood dispute results in excessive flooding on property.
Hi everyone, my name is Raja Ravan Senegal and I am 11 years old. Distractions such as drinking, answering a phone or text messages, talking to passengers, or paying attention to someone else. When a driver gets distracted and fails to notice a pedestrian crossing the street, This can cause an accident. Speed limits in Belize are reasonable, so drivers should follow them. Be patient and pay attention to avoid accidents.
We are elated and we want to commend BL for this initiative. Our students always want to do more, and we want to thank Raisha for what she's done for the school. We also want to thank BEL because the funds that Raisha won allowed us to have new classroom windows for a lower division building. And as for BEL, again, we commend you, we thank you, we are grateful.
We all know about the phasing out of single-use plastics and the enactment of pollution from the plastics regulations. One of the key components in this regulation states that for an item to be considered biodegradable, it must consist of more than 50% of bio-based content. Here, you will find out how the Department of the Environment determines what items meet the criteria and what equipment is being used to guide that process.
Since 2019, the Department of the Environment has been working with CIFAS in doing microplastics. Through this project, CIFAS has donated 2 microscope Fourier transform infrared spectroscopy equipment to strengthen capacities on monitoring and enforcement to reduce marine litter and plastic pollution. The FTIR can be used to identify unknown materials. The Department of the Environment will use the equipment to determine the composition of single-use plastics and biodegradable products to enforce the environmental protection, pollution from plastics regulations.
While we have a long way to go with the implementation of the pollution from plastics regulation, having this equipment is one step closer. For more information on what's being done about biodegradables and ways you can help, visit our website at www.doe.gov.bz.
La formación del Centro Neurológico del Hospital Galenia es que esas enfermedades que son altamente complejas y que muchos de nuestros pacientes tenían que emigrar hacia otra parte de la República u otra parte de México, ahora puedan ser atendidos aquí.
La atención quirúrgica en el centro neurológico se forma dentro de un grupo multidisciplinario que incluye tanto neurólogos, médicos internistas, ortopedistas, neurocirujanos, pediatras. Y este esfuerzo que se ha realizado para conjuntar todos los especialistas es para siempre brindar al paciente un abordaje multidisciplinario y transversal.
Evidentemente, mientras más rápido podamos llegar al diagnóstico de los pacientes, más rápido podemos tratarlos, resolverlos y por ende mejor resultado vamos a tener al final. Entonces creo que la prioridad y el fundamento principal de un proyecto como este es justamente eso, que no se pierda tiempo de forma innecesaria para poder al final del día llegar al mejor de los resultados con un tratamiento completo, integral y oportuno.
Y las visiones desde diferentes perspectivas nos permiten tener pues el mejor tratamiento y la mejor opción para el paciente.
Tenemos la capacidad técnica, operativa, profesional y la infraestructura de poder establecer una atención neurológica de alta calidad.
This is what you've been waiting for. In this corner, we have the masters of limitless power and unbeatable connection. Pioneers of 4G LTE in Belize. It's the undefeated champion, Smart. And in the other corner, struggling to keep up, it's the other guy. Fight! Of getting blow after blow from a plan with the other guys? It's time to tap out and join the winning postpaid plan provider. Smart's postpaid plans are a total knockout to the competition, and they have once again powered up their postpaid plans. Sign up for one of Smart's boosted postpaid power plans today and experience the victory of superior service. Smart, bringing people together.
Tonight, Ray Catus, who lives at mile 14 on the Philip Gosen Highway, is once again speaking out to the media. He's worried about the environment and frustrated with his neighbor's actions. Despite years of complaints to the Department of the Environment, his neighbor has been allowed to continue waste management operations. Catus claims these activities have polluted the creek on his property and now caused severe flooding. We visited Catus's home today to see the damage firsthand. Here's News 5's Brittany Gordon with that report.
Across the country, hundreds of families are grappling with the severe flooding brought on by Tropical Storm Sarah. However, Ray Catus, who lives at mile 14 on the Philip Gosen Highway, believes there's more to the story behind the water invading his property. He points the finger at his neighbor, who owns a carbonated beverage and hazardous waste disposal facility. A canal links the properties of Catus, Cano, and their neighbor Tycrob. Last year, Catus reported a fish kill, which he claims was caused by pollutants in the water.
Because of that, I can't give Mr. Tycrob wrong for do what Mr. Tycrob did. Mr. Tycrob blocked off the canal so that the water passed through his place no more. I can't give him wrong. I do the same thing. No, if the Department of Environment they tell you we can't do nothing about that, then you do what you could for yourself. And due to that canal block off, now because this canal that flows through my property and Mr. Tycrob property is the canal that the water used to pass through all the time, the natural canal. But now that is blocked, now the water have to find a way around.
Catus explains that his neighbor blocked off access to the water on his property, which he understands, since his neighbor also enjoys fishing in the nearby natural ponds. However, this has caused the water to change its course, leading to flooding on Catus's land. While he acknowledges that the recent heavy rains might have made things worse, he insists he's never seen flooding like this before.
We have a lot of water, but I've lived here since 2000. My parents have lived here since 79. And all the hurricanes and so we pass through, we never have this kind of flooding. This flooding just happened this year because the natural flow of the canal is blocked. And like I say again, I can't vex with Mr. Tycrob for block out the water, make it go wrong, because the DOE say that they can't do nothing about it. So he do something about his pond. And so with that now, like you see, the whole area here is flooded because the two canals on either side of Mr. Tycrob is too small to carry the water.
The neighboring facility operates with the green light from the Department of the Environment, so it's unlikely they'll stop anytime soon. Catus mentioned that his property stretches at least half a mile, making it tough and costly to block access. He thinks the best fix would be to widen the culverts along the road to handle the increased water flow.
The resolution this time around is very simple. The culvert on either side of Mr. Tycrob property is too small to carry the water because the main flow of the water is blocked. No? So what the MID would have to do is to put two bigger culverts on each side of Mr. Tycrob property. I'll take you around there right now and show you the height of the water on both sides of Mr. Tycrob property, because the water can't get through fast enough because the main stream going through Mr. Tycrob land is blocked off.
In 2019, Catus took to the media to air his grievances about alleged air pollution emanating from Cano's property. In 2023, Catus reported the alleged pollution of the creek. We reached out to Chief Environmental Officer Anthony Mai for a comment. He told us that the Department of the Environment is not aware of the current complaint, but will investigate the matter. Brittany Gordon for News 5.
This week, a resident of Crooked Tree got the birthday surprise of a lifetime, winning $25,000 on a scratch-and-win ticket. Earlier today, he dropped by our office to share the excitement he felt when he realized he had won such a big prize on his birthday. and to talk about his plans for the money.
I went to the shop, the cookie tree, and I decided to buy 2 scratch. One, I buy 2 $1 and one $5. And when I scratched the last one with a $5, I realized that it says cash, right? So when I scratch the bottom number, I say 25. So I say, well, that me a good birthday, because it's my birthday too.
So you bought this ticket on your birthday and you won?
Yes.
So what went through your head the moment you realized that, oh, I won this much money?
Well, I say, well, you feel a little funny in your body, so because, you win this big prize and you
What do you plan to do with cash like this?
Well, first thing is at my house, because I try about 2 years to start to my house, but I may have only delay back, so. But now that's the correct time, I figure.
And I noticed you came with all of your family today. Are they all excited for you?
Yes, that's why they're behind me, because,
All right. And so what would you say to other people that, might want to buy scratch?
Well, make them keep them trying their luck, because you never know when you're there, so, everything that just try and keep trying. If you not buy, you not win. You not have hope that win.
And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at channel5belize.com, on our Facebook and on YouTube. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us. And from all of us here at News 5, good night.